miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Jacksonville. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
We go set.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jaguars at 5 and 8, 3 games under 500. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
We're scoreless after 1. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence down around his goal line. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Lawrence Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Barr.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw on second and 10, Lawrence.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They get this out quickly to the left side.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Marr is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brian Gordon, set and ready to lock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That's caught again by Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Prescott now. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Cowboys! Rondale Moore, 37 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over.
Don't do that. Come on.
The 45-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Making that play behind the line was Dwayne Smoot.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Prescott on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott,
his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here...
There he goes, left side.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Now Lawrence.
Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. Running right through him. And now he picks up the spare.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
80 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
27.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And they'll send the tight end in motion. A first down carry by Elliott. And down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 114 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The give is to Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give to Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On third down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Aluakon.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Cowboys, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.